You're cold, aren't you? I can see you shiver as you walk. There's no need to keep up the tough act. It's just the two of us out here. You've got no one you need to worry about impressing. You need to stay strong. The cold doesn't care about how strong you are. No matter if you're the toughest warrior who walks this earth, or if you're the most dainty princess in the kingdom, it'll take you either way. I know you don't want to hear it from me, but we need to figure out a way to warm ourselves up. I know you want to take me into town and have me arrested more than anything right now, but if you don't stop acting so tough and actually figure out a way we can get warm, neither of us are going to make it back alive. I should have devoured you when I had the chance. So that's it. Your famous blade I've heard so much about. I had heard that it was always glimmering with the blood of 1,000 vampires. But really, it just looks a bit dull. You have me in your grasp for now, but I'm not afraid of you, Huntress. I meant what I said. If we don't find a way to warm ourselves up soon, we're both going to die. And I think we know which of us would collapse first. If I was a betting man, I'd put my money on the soft, fragile human. Well, yes. I do have an idea of how we can warm ourselves, but I don't think you're going to like it. We didn't bring any fire-starting equipment or sleeping bags, so the only thing I can think of that would keep us both warm is if we laid down together. Our bodies laying against each other would let us share body heat, so we... That look on your face. You can't even entertain the idea of sleeping near a vampire. It disgusts you, doesn't it? Typical human. Well, if sleeping beside each other is out of the picture, then I suppose it's only a matter of time until the environment takes care of us. Huh? Do you seriously believe that's what's on my mind right now? You humans are so self-absorbed. I'm thinking about saving myself here, not trying to lay down next to you so I can bite you. My world doesn't revolve around wanting your neck, believe it or not. So then, are you considering it? Good. I can't think of a more embarrassing way to die. Freezing to death while a huntress is transporting me to prison. Ugh. No thanks. Well then, should we find a spot to lay down and try to get some sleep? Waiting around thinking about this certainly won't make it any easier. All right. Yes. What are you looking at me like that for? I told you already, I don't care about drinking your damn blood. It's the last thing on my mind right now. And you should know, this isn't any easier for me than it is for you. If any of my people were to see me curled up in the middle of a forest with a huntress, I don't think I'd ever live that down. Plus, us vampire aren't so bad after all. I know you humans practically hunt us for sport at this point. You despise us, view us as monsters. You even make up stories of our kind to scare the children in your towns. But we aren't as bad as you may think. We sleep all day, only coming out at night in order to purposefully avoid human contact. We go hunting and feed on animals to avoid getting anywhere near humans. Us vampire are trying to live decent lives, but the moment a human catches a whiff that there might be a vampire in the area, boom, that's it. The entire life we've built is gone. We have to run away to wherever will take us, start a new life, and hope the people there don't know about our secrets. Or else they'll be rioting and trying to hunt us down as well. It's almost as if humans think we're just born evil. I suppose most humans forget that we were human too at one point. I was just 12 years old when I was turned. My own family casted me out. The people who raised me, who loved me. As soon as I was bit, they turned on me, calling me a monster, throwing me into the streets where the people of the town did the same. And you call us vampires aggressive. What kind of people do something like that to a 12-year-old? Not vampires. Vampires took me in, gave me a home, a family, a place I belonged. They gave me life when humans refused to even give me a chance. But I suppose my ramblings are useless to someone like you. You hunt vampires with no remorse. You've made up your mind that we're monsters, and no amount of talking or evidence is going to change that. How many of my brothers and sisters have you killed? 10, 20, or perhaps more, maybe even 100. Zero. But you hunt vampires. I've heard horror stories about you and your famous blade. Just stories. So you've really never killed. You just arrest us, is that it? I see. Huh? Don't be sorry. What good does that do either of us? This is your job. Despite how unfair it may be, this is who you are. What are you saying? Run away. The two of us. What is this? Some sort of elaborate trap? You get me to run and then hunt me down like some sort of twisted game? Huh? And you're serious? A few minutes ago, you were disgusted just being in my presence. And now you're asking me to run away with you. How can I trust that? How can I trust you? I suppose I don't have much of a choice. It's trust you or go to prison. Fine. But you do realize this will be the end of your career. If anyone knows that you ran away with me, a vampire, the enemy, then they'll treat you just as they would treat me. They'll hunt you down, and when they finally get their hands on you, listen, if we're gonna run away from here, we need to talk about your... I pretended not to notice, but your injury. There's something wrong with your leg, isn't there? Mind if I take a look? Yes, it's a lack of circulation from damage you took. Well, us vampire aren't exactly welcome at most hospitals, so we tend to learn a thing or two about medical procedures in our free time. I know how we can take care of this right now, but again, you aren't going to like it. Well, vampire saliva contains an anticoagulant. And basically what that means is we make blood flow faster and smoother than it normally would. What I'm trying to say is I could... This is so embarrassing. I could bite your leg, just for a bit to get the blood flowing, and then we could tie it up. It'd help your blood get flowing better again, and if... You're sure? Do you trust me? Alright. I'm just gonna go for it, okay? Here. I'll tie my handkerchief around your wound for now. It'll help the bleeding stop. I'm sorry I had to do that to you. It was the only way to make sure... Well, thanks for that. Truthfully, I've always found something about you intriguing. Vampire women are very traditional, I suppose is the right word. But you, a huntress, so strong, so powerful and intimidating. Honestly, I was a little afraid of you at first. Well, let's try to get some sleep now, okay? We've got a long day of traveling tomorrow.